The question for today's project says, in what ways do different ideologies and political systems influence the environment in which MNCs operate? And what would this challenge, if these challenges would be less for those operating in the European Union or those in China and Russia? First of all, as I have explained in different of my posts, and I have talked in many ways where I have explained that I am from El Salvador, it is different and how companies work, and I can just see it. For example, even though dollars are our currency in El Salvador, the way that our political system is, it's very corrupted. So it is harder for a Walmart to be established in El Salvador than what it is to be here. This causes different things of why, I would say, because the competition between other supermarkets. So for example, the black market is something that's very popular for us, something that a lot of people utilize till this day, and people that import things from China that can be cheaper. For example, the Walmart here has different things, from everything that it can be small appliances to everything that has to do with food. Well, at home, you can't have, for example, a Keurig to a wholesale price because the black market is so big, or there's so many Chinese products that are there, that people would rather buy a $10 coffee maker than a $45 coffee maker. Why? Because yes, our salary is less than the minimum wage here in the United States, and also they're in the mentality of why am I gonna spend $45 when I can spend $15 on a coffee maker? This is what I don't necessarily, because we are not a communist country, even though right now the government that we have, it is from the left side. So it has created a couple of challenges for other companies. For example, petroleum. It is, they were getting right now petroleum that it's called Alba, and that comes from Venezuela, which jeopardized all the other companies from different petroleum, like Puma, that's from Mexico, or Texaco, which is another ones that are from that come directly from a communist country. So if you are involved, or the country has some type of political relationship with that country, then that will affect, because if it's a communist country working with a communist country, then everything will be easier for you to export or import. But for example, like an Apple, it is, I believe it's a little bit more complicated for them to have a great market in Russia. Why? Because of the ideologies that are here are different than the ones that they're in Russia. It is harder the way that, we can just see it on the news, all the things that are going on between Russia and the U.S. and China, and that produces for the market, I would say, to not be something easy to go into that country. So like I was saying before, I think the best way for me to explain it is El Salvador has had great relationships with the U.S. Just like I said before, our currency are dollars. So what does this have produced? For us to be able to have and open up ourselves to different companies that are from here. Small companies like Cold Stone to all the way to big companies that are like what it is, American Eagle, Forever 21. So it is easier, but at the same time, this also, because we are from the left-hand side party that is right now our president in El Salvador, has also given the opportunity for countries like Venezuela and China to import to our country, which what does this do? It causes conflict between our relationships between the U.S. And vice versa, because it's one of those things that it's like, well, like I guess a sense of loyalty. If we're importing petroleum to you guys for a cheaper price than anyone else, then why can you just let our markets come in and not let the other markets come in? So I guess going back and trying to answer the question, it is that yes, you will encounter a lot of challenges while trying to import in countries like Russia and China, especially if you're not from the same political view, then I would say comparing ourselves to the European Union. I feel that we are getting a lot of European stores here in the States. One of the things that I really do like, it's the clothing industry. For example, we're starting to see a lot of stores from Spain coming into the United States without any problems. But then we see there's a couple of stores that are probably from Russia and from China that are not able to come in here, and it is because of those challenges that we face between each other and the political views that our countries have compared to theirs.